your Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, August 7th to Monday, August 14th. All right, Virgo, now I'm going to do something a little bit different this week with my weekly horoscope. The reason why I'm doing something different is because I actually realized when I was planning this week that I gave you this week's horoscope last week, okay? The reason why I did that was because I didn't really think there was anything too big or too interesting or inspiring happening last week that I thought was really important to talk about. Also because we have a lunar eclipse happening this week, which is a huge event, only happens twice a year. There's a big build up to it. There's a big kind of coming off of it. It's really important, and I wanted to make sure that you knew what was coming, you could see the future so that you could better make sense of your life. Okay, so that's why I did that. I was also just really excited about this eclipse that's coming up too, so I also wanted to talk more about that. Okay, so that's why I did that. That does make this week's horoscope interesting because I don't want to talk about the same things I talked about last week, but I still want to give you a message. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to last week, I'm going to go forward to this week, that kind of thing, and give you just a little bit of an overview about what is going on. Okay, so that's what's happening here, and I hope you can take something away from this. All right, now let's dive into your chart. Okay, so what's going on for you, Virgo? Or last week, I'll start with there first. We had Pluto over here in a square with Jupiter. Jupiter was in your second house of like your money and your gifts and your talents and your confidence. All right, we had Pluto in your fifth house of happiness. All right, so what's been going on lately? I think there's been a lot of changes in things that make you happy, things that you enjoy in life, okay? Things that you want, just things like that have been going on that you've been trying to figure out how to take this changing thing that makes you happy, that you like. Also has to do with changing romantic relationships in some way, kid situations, with kids going on. I think there's been a lot of changes in that since the fifth house rules those things, and you're trying to figure out how do I bring more stability into my life now that all of these changes have happened in that area. How can I use these changes to be more confident, to use new gifts and talents and skills in some way, or to just use my money and my resources to support some of these changes that have been going on. Okay, that's what was happening last week. While that was going on, we had also had Uranus go retrograde, and that for you was in your eighth house of changes, of endings and beginnings. So I think there's some big endings and beginnings that are coming up for you in your life, or that you've been trying to make for a long time, that have just been taking weird directions and weird things. And I think it was last week where you're finally just like, I'm tired of waiting, I'm tired of things not working out, I need to make some changes in life, I need to make some endings and beginnings, I need to make some big investments even, because this house also rules financial investments and also rules deep intimate partnerships with people. And I think you were finally thinking last week, all right, I can't wait anymore. I can't play these like cat and mouse games, and I got to start making changes and moving forward in my life with some deep endings and beginnings, some investment, so that I can, you know, do what I need to do. So I think that was also going on there. On top of that, we had Venus here move into Cancer, which was your 11th house of your goals too. So I think you're thinking more about your future, where your future is going, how you can be more yourself, what kind of people or groups of people can help you accomplish more of your goals and become this person that you're becoming. Okay, so that was going on last week. Now when we come into this week, on Monday, we've got the lunar eclipse. Oh, sorry, it's going right here. And the lunar eclipse for you is going to be here in your 12th house, where the sun is, of like your insides, and the 6th of your job and your daily routine. So I think there's been a lot of stuff in your job, in your daily routines, in practical outward stuff going on in your life here, and I think you've got to figure out how to kind of finish some stuff that's going on externally, that's going on outside of you, and to bring it to completion, all of this stuff, so that you can begin to focus more on who you are on the inside. Okay, maybe you've been doing a lot of stuff in your day-to-day life, at your job, at work, and I think you need the time needs to come for you to focus more internally on what's going on with you and how you can be more comfortable in your life, bring more peace into it, and just feel like kind of better in some way about that. Okay, once you figure that out and begin to focus more internally and begin a more spiritual perspective on life, okay, I think it's going to start to be a lot easier for you over here to figure out how to be more confident, how to use more of your gifts and your talents and skills in a way that works for you. Also, how to use your money to finance some things that you need to finance. I also think it's going to be easier for you when it comes to your home life to build more stability in your life, to work better with people at home, with family, in some way there. But you just need to stop focusing so much on things outside of you and to focus more on what's going on inside. Okay, I think that's what's going on. It may require you to think very differently about what makes you happy, kids, romantic relationships, and how they relate to you internally in order for you to kind of move forward. So you may need to do that. And then of course Mercury, which is your ruler, is going to go retrograde too at the very end of this week in your first house, also causing you to rethink rethink some things about your identity, about who you thought you were, and about who you are on the inside, and how you can make room for this new thing that is coming in. All right, so that's what I see going on for you this week. Now your card is the 10 of Wands upright. This to me indicates you got a lot of stuff going on right now in your life, okay? Especially when you got the 6th house activated. You are a Virgo, so Virgos can stay busy sometimes. And I think with this card is saying you got too much going on here. You got to let some stuff go. Maybe you don't want to let it go. Maybe you like what you've got going on, but I think you need to pick and choose. You need to narrow it down. You got new chapters coming in. You got to focus on some internal stuff, and you got to, you know, not have so much going on so that you can let something new that's emerge that's better for you without feeling crazy and all over the place. Okay, so that's what I got for you this week. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on Facebook. Please like it on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. Share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.